Part 1: The Lost Kitten. In a quiet corner of the village lived a little gray kitten named Mike, who had a sense of adventure. He felt lonely in his small cardboard box and longed for friends while watching the bustling marketplace. One day, Mike spotted a colorful ball rolling nearby. It was a ball that children played with, and driven by curiosity, he chased after it. He darted through the bustling village, weaving between people enjoying their daily lives. "I can catch it," he thought, excitedly. But before he knew it, he found himself lost in an unfamiliar place, where it was quiet and there were no people around. Feeling anxious, he looked around and thought, "What should I do? I can't find my way back." Just then, a kind voice called out to him. "Hey there, little kitten. Are you lost?" Turning around, Mike saw an old golden dog named Max, who was wise and knew the village well. Having lived there for many years, he had many friends among the animals. "Yes, I was chasing a ball and got lost," Mike replied, his eyes brimming with tears. "Don't worry. I'll help you," Max said with a warm smile. "Let's follow your footprints." Together, they began to explore the village. Max shared stories about the places they passed, making Mike laugh. "This is the bakery. Can you smell the fresh bread?" Max said, and Mike was instantly drawn to the delicious aroma. "That smells amazing," Mike exclaimed. Max paused outside the bakery, and they were given a little bread to boost their energy. Next, they visited the park, where children were playing and laughter filled the air. Mike watched them and thought, "I want to play too." "It's fun to play, but first, we need to get you home," Max gently reminded him. They left the park and headed toward the marketplace. Eventually, Mike spotted his cardboard box. "I'm back," he shouted joyfully, feeling warmth in his heart as he expressed gratitude to Max. "Thank you, Max. You're a true friend." Max smiled warmly. "Remember, you're never alone. Friends are always there to help." Feeling happy, Mike purred with delight, realizing he not only found his way home but also discovered a wonderful friend in Max. Thus, their new friendship began. Part 2: The Brave Little Sparrow. As days passed, Mike and Max became best friends, exploring the village together. One afternoon, while resting under a tree, they heard a faint chirping sound. "What's that noise?" Mike asked, straining his ears. "It's coming from above," Max pointed out. They spotted a little sparrow struggling to flap its wings but unable to reach the high branches. "Oh no! We need to help," Mike said worriedly. Max nodded. "How can we assist?" They approached the sparrow. "It's okay, we'll help you." "What happened?" Max asked. "I fell from my nest and can't get back up. I want to fly again," the little sparrow replied, fear in its eyes. Mike thought for a moment. "I'll climb up and return you to your nest," he declared. "Great idea. Jump on my back," Max said, and Mike climbed onto his back. Max slowly lifted them up, and Mike reached for the nest. A gentle breeze blew around them. "Hold on tight," Mike shouted, and the sparrow hopped onto his paw. "Thank you," the sparrow chirped happily. Mike carefully placed the sparrow back in its nest. Its eyes sparkled with gratitude. "Thank you so much. I'll be more careful flying from now on." Mike and Max smiled at each other. "If anything happens, we'll be there to help," they promised. After that, the sparrow flitted around the tree, joyfully circling Mike and Max to show its appreciation. The two friends felt their hearts warm with happiness. "Let's always help each other," Mike suggested, and Max agreed. This was the beginning of a deepening bond with their new friend. Part 3: The Trial of Friendship. Seasons passed, and Mike and Max continued their adventures in the village. One day, a sudden storm hit. Thunder roared, and heavy rain began to fall. "Is everyone okay?" Mike asked, concerned. "Don't worry, let's check on our friends," Max replied. They set off into the storm to see if the other animals were safe. The rain grew heavier, and the wind turned cold. Mike's heart raced. What should we do? He pondered. First, they found a soaked little rabbit. "Help, my home is destroyed," the bunny cried, trembling. "It's okay, we'll help you," Mike assured the rabbit, and Max offered his back to carry it to a safe spot beneath a tree. Next, they spotted a small squirrel shivering in the branches. "Help! I can't get down," the squirrel squeaked. Mike and Max thought hard about how to help. "Max, you can use your height to help the squirrel," Mike suggested. Max stood close to the tree while Mike called out, "Come down here, I'll catch you." Slowly, the squirrel climbed down and jumped onto Max's back. "Thank you. I was so scared," it said, tears in its eyes. "It's nothing, that's what friends are for," Max smiled. Next, they encountered a large landslide blocking their path. They couldn't move forward. As everyone looked distressed, Mike thought, "What do we do now? Let's work together to clear the dirt," Max suggested. The animals united their strength and began to dig through the soil. Little by little, the path began to clear. Finally, the way opened up. "We did it! Great job, everyone!" Mike shouted as the animals cheered in joy. After the storm passed, they gathered to ensure everyone was safe. This village thrives because of our friendship and support for each other. Let's continue living in harmony, the village elder proclaimed. Mike and Max felt deeply moved by those words, sharing smiles. "As long as we have friendship, we can overcome anything," Mike said, and the animals nodded in agreement. That day, they learned the true value of friendship, filling their hearts with warmth and joy. Part 4: The Festival of Happiness. Peace returned to the village, and the bond among the animals grew stronger. One day, it was announced that a grand festival would be held in the village square. Colorful decorations and delicious foods filled the area, drawing villagers and animals together for a joyful celebration. Today is a special day. Mike exclaimed. "Let's have fun together." Max replied with a big smile. As the festival began, the air resonated with laughter and music. Mike and Max enjoyed various attractions. Colorful balloons soared into the sky, and they played games with the children. "This is so much fun," Mike cheered. "Yeah, but first, let's find something to eat," Max suggested. The two friends wandered through the food stalls, discovering delicious fruits and freshly baked bread. "This is the best feast ever," Mike shouted with delight as he tasted the food. Nearby, other animals were enjoying the festivities, and everyone appeared happy. Afterwards, the highlight of the festival, the parade, began. Animals donned colorful costumes, dancing to the rhythm of the music. Mike and Max joined in, their hearts soaring as they danced along. "Everyone is having a blast," Mike shouted, and Max nodded in agreement. As the parade concluded, the village elder gathered everyone for a special speech. "This village thrives because of friendship and the spirit of cooperation. Let's continue living harmoniously." Mike and Max felt touched by his words, sharing knowing smiles. "With friendship, we can overcome anything," Mike said, and Max nodded. As the festival drew to a close, beautiful fireworks lit up the night sky, enveloping the village in a magical atmosphere. Mike and Max, along with their friends, gazed up at the fireworks, feeling the warmth of happiness in their hearts. Thus, their heartwarming adventures came to a wonderful conclusion, filled with friendship and joy.